If I had a business, a lot of these ladies and gentlemen that we help, I'd hire them in a second.
Will Cole is a transplant from Chicago, now driving a van for the city of Albuquerque, out trolling for panhandlers. Those ladies and gentlemen he wants to help are homeless, most by fate, some by design.
I don't know, they kind of fall into a rut, kind of, as far as this homeless thing, and it's hard for them to get out of it. And I think this program is like a little helpful push.
This program, in its second year, is called There's a Better Way, and it's unlike most programs in the U.S. today.
It pays $9 an hour for a 5-hour shift.
Albuquerque is hiring the homeless. That's Will Cole's job. He's a big guy, the kind you'd like to have on your side.
It seems like at every turn, they're getting judged. At every turn, they're going to get, talked down to and stuff. How are you, sir? You want to go to work?
At first, he was searching out panhandlers only 2 days a week, but the budget has been increased, so now it's 4. His limit is 6 panhandlers each day.
What's your name?
Fidel.
Where are you from?
It's Cuba.
Where?
Cuba.
Cuba. And you're looking for work? You look cold.
Oh, yeah.
You're cold because you were sleeping in the street last night?
Yeah.
You do that every night?
Everywhere.
Fidel, like the others, will earn $9 an hour cash for 5 hours work.
All right, we are ready to go then. That'll make our 6, and we can head to the work site and get started.
It's easy to spot the Better Way van. It's towing its own porta potty. The work is usually not in the part of town that has restrooms. It's nearer the streets and fields where the homeless, like John, reside.
There's a lot of dislike for us that we're just, worthless creatures that really shouldn't be alive,
Living a panhandler's life is not easy. This is Gabriella.
Those nights must get pretty long and dark when you're staying in your car, huh?
It's something I'll never forget, that's for sure. And it's humbled me so much. Like, I'm so different now because of it. I don't look at people the same anymore. Because you're right, people are not nice. So.
The trend the past few years throughout the U.S. has been to criminalize homelessness. A 2014 report by the National Law Center on Homelessness and Poverty found that the number of cities imposing fines and fees for lying down, sitting up, eating, sleeping, camping, begging had increased sharply since 2011. The center also found that at least 50 cities had made it a crime to even feed the homeless.
As we grow as human beings, we will discover that these are not criminals. These are people with problems that, God forbid, any one of us could be pushed over that edge at any moment.
Susan Simons is the acting executive director of St. Martin's Hospitality Center, a nonprofit that has long served the needs of the homeless. St. Martin's was recruited by Mayor Richard Barry to run the Better Way. It was his idea.
And I said, listen, prohibiting it is not ending it. It hasn't to this point. It hasn't in any country or in any city that I know of. Why don't we try something different? The man says he needs a job. Let's give him a job.
And so they did.
We'll get a garbage truck over here. We only got a little time left, so let's get rolling.
How many people have you worked with?
Over 900.
Any of those found permanent work?
We have connected right around 120 of these individuals with some kind of permanent employment, yes.
What kind of grade would you give the city of Albuquerque for the way it's handling homelessness?
C.
Jeremy Reynolds founded and runs a faith-based homeless shelter called Joy Junction. It houses as many as 300 on any given night. He's been working with the homeless most of his adult life.
We see an uptick in the amount of homeless. We see an uptick in the amount of hungry. We definitely see almost an increase in a swarm-like proportion to the number of panhandlers. And obviously, they're the most visible people when it comes to homelessness and need.
He thinks the mayor's program may in fact be attracting homeless, which currently number anywhere from 1,200 to perhaps 8,000 when you include their children. It's impossible to know for sure.
We don't have any evidence we're attracting anybody with this program. I mean, this is hard work. This is shovels and rakes out in the hot sun.
This program, again, totally fails to deal with, recognize, or offer to provide any answers to, again, people who are unable to work.
Or don't want to work, as is sometimes the case. Reynolds says many, if not most homeless, simply can't handle a job, especially full-time work, that they need help for whatever mental or substance abuse issues they have, or they'll stay homeless.
At first glance, it looks like we're trying to eliminate panhandling in the
St.
city.
Martin's Kelly Tillerson.
But that's not the overall goal. The overall goal is to get people connected to services that they didn't even know were available. We are doing that.
At lunchtime, our employees come out from behavioral health, from different departments, and they talk to them, and we try to direct them to those people so they can get themselves together as best they can.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Don't make noise! Put up!
In early 2014, Albuquerque police shot and killed an unarmed homeless man. 2 officers were charged in the killing. That kind of incident is less likely today, in part because of the influence of the Better Way program. At least that's the view of Kelly Tillerson.
Since the mayor started this program, the Albuquerque Police Department has been briefed on what's going on, and we've had them pull up in the police cruiser to drop people off at St. Martin's because they are in need of service. Rather than putting them in jail for a minor crime, they are now being connected to the services that will help them get out of that predicament.
We'll do that. How's it going, man?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Everyone agrees that the program works as well as it does because of Will Cole. He's never been to college, one of 7 kids, always had to work, and now he defends people who stand on the street corner begging against those who think panhandlers should be arrested.
All right, sir, first and last. I think you got 2 groups. You have the sympathetic group, and then you have the group that's gonna judge and yell at people on corners. And if those people, they're wasting a lot of energy trying to complain about people and things like that. So maybe they should put that energy into trying to help out.
One of the homeless is Joe. He says when he's back on his feet, he has learned to be more compassionate to people in need.
Since I've been homeless, and I see somebody else that's homeless that don't have no pair of pants or socks or anything, and I'll have it, I'll give it to them, you know, or water or food, you know. That's just the way I feel.
If you follow these crews around, this isn't easy street here. You know, we're asking people to work hard.
Come on in. Ouch.
At the end of the 5-hour day, they collect $45 in cash, and they can spend it any way they choose. Some intend to get a room for the night and a shower. Most, like John, say they'll jump in a van again.
I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. Too bad we couldn't do it more days a week. And it gives me a sense of accomplishment, you know.
I hope that we can continue to do it. I think that's the biggest thing as far as I'm concerned, that it can continue. Because some programs, a lot of times you see programs come and go. So hopefully we can keep this going.
For now, at least, the people of Albuquerque seem to feel more comfortable hiring the homeless than arresting them. For Religion and Ethics News Weekly, I'm Lucky Severson in Albuquerque.